I'm tired.
Me too. What a weekend.
Let's just have this a sleeping episode.
Oh, that's okay. Get up. We'll do it, and they're gonna think we're always tired or sore.
It's Nerd Time with the Nicks and Beardo.
Welcome to another episode of Nerd Time with the Nicks again.
Yay.
I'm Nick with the K.
Nick with a C.
As always. I'm never going to be Nick with a C.
You were at one point.
No, I wasn't. So today it's going to be a vlog it / read it episode.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of mixing it up a little bit, you know?
Yep.
I actually did do some. It took me a while to read the book because I was only reading it when I was on the road.
Mm-hmm.
And but I've read Unflinching.
Yeah. The
Making of a Canadian Sniper.
Which is non-fiction.
Non-fiction. It's a memoir. It's by Jody Minnick.
That at least you're reading.
And like I knew, like Jody, he was a veteran of in the army, and he stepped on a mine. And like this isn't like a huge, like they actually say this right at the beginning of the book.
Yeah. So
it's not a huge spoiler in my opinion. He stepped on a mine, and like at the end of the book they go into more detail.
Yeah.
He stepped on a mine and he lost both his legs. And it starts from him like when he was young to after the like fairly recently actually. And the crazy stories, like I was laughing during the book. Mm. It was very well written, and towards the end when they were talking about his accident more in detail, I actually cried.
No.
Even though I knew he was okay and he lived and everything, I actually cried.
Yeah.
And he's such an inspiration.
Yeah. Like
all the crap he had to go through, and he just kept going. Just kept going. It gives me hope for myself.
Yeah, and it kind of makes a person go, well, stuff I'm dealing with isn't nearly as bad as that. So
yeah.
What's my excuse?
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I've got bad knees, and that kind of can hinder me exercising, but it's still like, it's like, I look at that, like, he is, for the heroes that I have, 2 of them are my dad, because my dad was a firefighter, emergency response and rescue, and Jody Minnick. Yeah. I do have other heroes.
Yeah.
But like he is such an inspiration, and he actually will respond to Twitters too, to tweets.
That's cool. And
I'm gonna hashtag, someone will hashtag him into this video because I hope he sees it just to know how much that book affected me.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
And I don't think after reading it, I don't think I'd ever would have been able to be in the army.
Yeah.
Because like the amount of stuff they had to do, it's like, oh my goodness. Mm. So.
I have some family in the army, and I did think of joining, but in the end, physically, I wouldn't have passed the test.
He had to go through. He wanted to go back into the army even with prosthetics, and he couldn't actually pass the test.
Yeah. Or
he finished it, but not as good as he needed to get back to his former status.
Yeah.
And so he decided to change, and he's actually on the city council in Ottawa now.
That's good.
And if it wasn't for his accident, he never would have met the woman that's now his wife, and he has 2 beautiful daughters with.
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
Because she was actually the medic that came after it happened. She was the medic that was there.
Oh.
So.
That's really sweet.
Very sweet story. And yeah, like, I highly recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to be able to read the memoirs, biographies, whatever, non-fiction. But it's a really good read.
Yeah.
Now, moving on to your book.
Oh, yeah, I had a book launch as I yawn.
Was it that boring?
Yeah, no, it wasn't boring, but it was traumatizing. Thank you to everyone who came if you're watching this. I think maybe 1 or 2 people might watch it.
I would have come to it, but it was on a Tuesday.
Yeah, and that's
And I was
because
out of town.
I couldn't afford to take another night off. So when we were negotiating when to have it, they aren't open Tuesday night, but they opened for this, which was very sweet and just really kind of them, because then I didn't have to take any time off. I could afford to do it. One thing that maybe I haven't mentioned before, but I do have pretty, not severe, but I do have social anxiety. And for the most part, I've overcome it, but there's still certain areas it manifests. And apparently, one of those areas is public speaking. So they asked me to read the book. So then it was like this combination of horrors, because I've never read my work to anyone before, ever. I thought, I'll be fine at this because I do readings at church all the time. So I was like, whatever. I read for a room full of hundreds of strangers. Why couldn't I do it for a handful, right? But I've never read my book to anyone before, so there was that level. And then there was the other level of the anxiety of they're hearing my words. What are they going to think of my words? And then the other level of public speaking. So then it just became this horror show. And so every sentence, I had to gasp for air, and it came out like as this weird little giggles. It was just horrifying, and I could hear myself doing it, but I couldn't stop. And I was just like, I was supposed to read 6 pages, but I stopped at like 4, because I was horrifying myself. And everyone in the crowd, I'm sure, could feel how uncomfortable that was, so they were all uncomfortable, and I was uncomfortable, and I was just like, oh my god.
I actually have a problem with public speaking myself, but if it's acting... I got no issues.
Well, here's the funny part. When I put the book down and I was just talking to everyone, I was like, oh my god, I should be a comedian. I love this part. Like, heckling people in the crowd was so much fun, because I had my coworker there and I heckle him at work, so I was heckling him. But yeah, so thanks.
Cool.
I know, I should be a comedian though. I really enjoy entertaining people, but just not reading my own words. I don't enjoy that at all.
Well, you can be funny. But looks aren't everything. Oh, I'm kidding.
That's so mean.
You know I love you.
Yeah. So, no, it went really well after that. Once I put the book down and I was able to heckle everyone, it was fine. Yeah.
That's good. That's good that you had a good turnout. Sounds like you had a good turnout, too.
I was thinking, 13 people, I think. I don't know.
And your book seems to be pretty popular, because you keep putting it into a local grocery store and it keeps selling out.
I think it's just the community. This is such a good community where we're living. People are so supportive of all the creative people in this town. So it's kind of awesome how that works.
One of the guys I work with, his wife runs the Tangent Library. And I told him about the book, so
that's cool.
he could pick up a copy to put in the Tangent Library too.
The support locally, though, has been amazing. People who haven't even read it have been supporting it. So I'm hoping once they read it, they'll be like, oh, it's so good, and then it'll go further. But if it's not good, it won't go any further than here. So that'll be the ultimate test right there.
I really gotta get my button geared. I got an idea for a short story, like a book of short stories, but they're all set in the same universe.
And the thing is, like, everyone's like, oh, I wish I had time to write. It literally only takes 10 to 15 minutes. That's all it takes. You just have to...
It's not an issue of, I wish I had time to write. I wish I could, focus on that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of... I wouldn't say I have AD&D, but I can jump around.
Well, initially that was really hard for me too. But I found I had to retrain my brain. I had to train my brain to focus when it needed to focus, which wasn't an easy thing.
Yeah, but remember, you can't teach an old dog new tricks. You always say, I'm old!
You are pretty old, so maybe there's no hope left for you.
Okay, so how old are you now? 34 now?
Oh my god. Why are we talking about
You just turned 34? When was that?
No, I haven't yet. It's coming though.
Mm-hmm. What day is it again? I can't remember.
I'm not saying my birthday on camera.
Whisper it to me.
No. I'm not telling it.
You're fine, I'm wet willing you.
Oh, no, you're not. No, you're not. And it just went out of frame.
So?
But anyway, I actually don't like my birthday, like story time, but my brother was born the same day I was born, and he passed away, so I don't really enjoy my birthday.
Understandable.
Yeah, so I try to avoid it, but my family won't let me. They're just like, nope. You don't get to carry that.
I have to say that your birthday gift this year, which I have not figured out what to get you yet, will probably not be as cool as the one last year.
Yeah, last year was pretty cool.
I had gotten a poster for
I love that game, Starships.
What? Starships
Oh,
by
so
Sid
good.
Meier.
So
and
good.
it was actually signed by Sid Meier and the development team.
And the funny thing, when he gave it to me, I hadn't played the game yet, but I love that development team, so I was really excited. And then when I played the game, it was like even better because I love the game so much. If you haven't played it, play it.
Yeah, there you go. We'll have to talk about that in a future episode.
Sure,
Play it.
yeah.
We keep getting new material.
Yay!
We're just gonna keep going on forever.
Uh-oh. I'm kidding.
Yeah, it might not be a good thing. Anyway, I think that's good for today.
Sure, yeah.
Right?
We'll see you in the next episode of Vlogget.
And that would be the future.
Or the past. Bum, bum.
Bum 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 bum. What's that?
Have you played that, the Singing Monsters, where the guy goes like this?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It was kind of a...
Bum ba bum.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm the drummer.